guys. Well, things are about to start moving forward. We have Mercury and Jupiter both stationed direct today. Jupiter overnight last night, Mercury later in the day today. Things are about to start moving forward. Energy today is very heavily influenced by Mars, by Mercury, by Jupiter. We are in a week of speaking truth to action. And symbolically today, the energetics are telling us that we need to have hope because there is a new day right around the corner. Welcome back to my channel, everybody. Today is Monday, October 18th, 2021. My name is Aubrey, and this is your astrological outlook of the day. And I sure am excited to be bringing you this report today, opening this week, talking about these energetics, because like I said, this is really the time we've been waiting for whatever we've been waiting for. The time is now. This is the week where it's time to take action. Whatever you've been needing to do, this is the week to get it done. We have a full moon coming in this week, you guys, in Aries with Mars square to Pluto. And we're starting this week with the moon in Aries, setting us up for this full moon that we're going to be having on Wednesday, aside from the direct motion of Jupiter, the biggest planet, the planet of luck and blessings and expansion, and most importantly, truth, and Mercury, our communication, messages, information, and travel planet, now stationing direct. Big news is probably going to be coming this week now that we have both of these energies moving forward. But let's talk about what we have going on today. If you guys stick with me till the end of the report, I am going to do a day by day for the week and just give you a rundown of the aspects that are incoming this week. And then I will get to the tarot for this today as well. But let's get it started. Like I said, Jupiter and Mercury now direct, you guys. Let's talk about this. Okay, so first, like I said, we are having Jupiter stationing direct. This is happening overnight. Jupiter is stationing direct at 22 degrees and 20 minutes of Aquarius. Again, this 222 theme, I've been seeing it a lot in the energetics lately, and it's interesting because 222, like this is the angel number, and this is 2 is the number generally of commitment and relationships and committing to some type of partnership. And with these twos being like discharged by Jupiter this past week, and there's a lot of 22s in the symbolism this week as well, it is telling me that we are committed to something now, and it's also bringing up themes again of partnerships and relationships in terms of these changes that are taking place. And again, we are in Libra season as well. We have Mercury, Sun, Mars, and Libra talking about these relationship themes as well. So again, partnerships, relationships, and commitments being emphasized by Jupiter at the position where he's going direct. And for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. I am so happy and excited to have you here. And for those of you who are unfamiliar about the Sabian symbols, let me do a brief intro to the Sabian symbols before I start talking about all of the energetics and using the Sabian symbols, then you don't have a point of reference for them. But for those of you who just don't know what the Sabian symbols are at this point in time, they are a group of symbols that describes each and every one of the 360 degrees of the zodiac. Whenever a planet is at a specific point making an aspect, discharging a certain degree, we can look to the Sabian symbols and they give us more information about what is the underlying purpose of this actual transit, of this energetic in the context of the grand unfolding cosmic saga that is constantly and perpetually moving us through time and space. So I always look at the Sabian symbols when I'm interpreting astrology because they give us more information as to why these aspects are happening. And so I want to state the degrees and the Sabian symbols where both Jupiter and Mercury are going direct. And when we're looking at Sabian symbols, we actually always round up a degree because energy moves in waves. And it's like by the time that a specific degree is being discharged energetically, we're already picking up on the tones and the frequencies of the incoming wave. So that's the one that we read for any given degree, and we always round up. So even though Jupiter went direct technically at 22 degrees, 20 minutes of Aquarius, in terms of the Sabian symbol, we read that as 23 degrees of Aquarius, which is the Sabian symbol, a big bear sitting down, waving all of its paws. And so this is telling me just point blank with Jupiter going direct at this degree that we are fiercely defending the faith and the confidence that we have acquired during this Jupiter retrograde period in ourselves. We are trusting ourselves, we are having faith in God, and we are having an increased level just of faith and trust and belief and confidence in our decisions and in the new belief systems actually that we are coming to at this point in time after Jupiter has been direct or retrograde for so long, really asking us to reevaluate what we believe to be true and to develop and cultivate a stronger sense of confidence and self-reliance and self-trust and self-belief. So with Jupiter at this degree having gone direct, this is telling me that we are fiercely defending these new conclusions that we've come to, both about ourselves and about the way that we are believing and perceiving reality generally, okay? So committed to defending truth and freedom, also represented by Jupiter. Jupiter rules truth. Jupiter's the ruler of Sagittarius, which is the sign that is all about freedom. So now that we have Jupiter direct at this 222s, where it's we are committed to defending our truth, defending our freedom with Jupiter going direct at this specific degree. Now let's talk about Mercury, our other planet now going direct, and I am very happy about this. Personally, being a Gemini ascendant, never really enjoy a Mercury retrograde too much, but Mercury's going direct today at 11 degrees of Libra. That degree is a professor peering over his glasses at his students. So, and another thing, there goes my light again. We know Mercury hasn't gone completely direct yet as I'm filming this video, because there I go having more technical issues as I'm talking about Mercury stationing direct. Full disclosure, Mercury has not technically gone direct when I'm shooting this video, but it will be tomorrow for my next video, so looking forward to that. Anyways, Mercury is also, a professor peering over his glasses at his students. So we know this is talking about wisdom gained in some type of a way. We are, looking through the lens of wisdom gained. And where has that wisdom been gained through? Well, Mercury is going direct in an opposition to Chiron, the master frequency, the frequency all about wisdom gained through experience. Okay. And today, for Mercury going direct, Chiron, who is currently retrograde, is actually moving from 11 degrees of Aries to 10 degrees of Aries. And that Sabian symbol is a teacher gives new symbolic forms to traditional images. So I find it to be quite ironic that on the day that Mercury is going direct in an opposition to Chiron, talking about what we've reevaluated, what we've reconsidered, and the new things we've learned based on that experience, the wisdom through experience, the Chiron frequency, the Chiron archetype, both of them are discharging degrees, specifically referencing teachers. Mercury at a professor peering over his glasses at his students. Chiron at a teacher gives new symbolic forms to traditional images. We put these two symbols together and the planets and the aspect, and it is we are mastering our mind and our thoughts and seeing things through the lens, peering over his glasses at his students, of our experiences, Chiron, and the wisdom gained, Chiron, through overcoming and healing our wounds and our painful experiences, all of the Chiron themes, and we are evolving the way that we see things. A teacher gives new symbolic forms to traditional images. We are looking at the things that we used to look at in a completely different way as a result of this Mercury retrograde process, what we've been reevaluating, what we've been learning, what we've been reconsidering. We're gaining the sense of wisdom. We're seeing things through a new lens, and we are just really having a very different understanding of the things, of everything, in terms of looking at it through a new lens, looking at it through a new way, seeing it through a new perspective. We are evolving our perspective in terms of the way that we are seeing, viewing, and thinking about things. And this is very indicated by Mercury going direct in an opposition to Chiron, while both of them are talking about these teachers and the lenses that they're seeing things through and giving new symbolic forms to traditional images. We are seeing things a new way, and it is changing our perspective, and that is having an impact on everything else that we're doing in our lives. And it's, it fits right into everything else. We have been the past few weeks. First, 2 weeks ago, we had a week that was all about these major metamorphoses and internal transformations and these deep, regenerations and transfigurations and transmutations of energy going on within us. Last week was a week all about power shifts and changing power dynamics and reassessing the relationship that we have to our own power. And now we're entering a week of speaking truth to action. Mercury, Jupiter, and Mars. Speaking Mercury, truth, Jupiter to action, Mars, all fused together. That's what's going on, and that's been the progression of things over this next couple weeks. Also, very interesting, as an astrologer, we are just in a very powerful period of time right now. We have had 4 planets stationed direct since the new moon in Libra, and we haven't even gotten till the full moon yet. That is a tremendous amount of shifting energy and forward movement happening in a very short period of time in the midst of a whole bunch of other aspects that are going on. And we are definitely going to start moving forward now. Again, like I said, this is the week to do it. Whatever it is that you need to do, this is the week to get it done. Moving on, or before I move on, I wrote down 3 bullet points. So about this Mercury Jupiter that we have going on. So yes, big news and information, big communications possibly coming in this week. Also clarity coming in relationships and partnerships and changes that need to be made, or just the truths about some things with all of this Libra emphasis going on as well. And again, this is just inspiring us to speak our truth and speak our truth to action this week. And now we will move on and talk about the other big influence that's going on today. And that is that we have the moon in the early degrees of Aries now, building energy, setting us up for this full moon in Aries that is coming in on Wednesday. This is going to be a very, very powerful, explosive full moon again. I feel like I keep coming on here and reiterating these same themes, but that's just because we are in a very significant time right now, and it is on, okay? And so with the moon in Aries, Aries is ruled by Mars. Mars today, you guys, is in an exact trine to Jupiter, who just stationed direct. Remember, Mars just got done opposing the Aries point, really igniting the spiritual warrior within all of us and assisting us in breaking out of any type of toxic situations that have been keeping us out of our power or away from our true worth and our true sense of self-value and limiting us from reaching our potential. Now we have Mars coming into an exact trine to Jupiter with the moon in Aries, moving to set us up for the full moon. Whenever the moon specifically is, or any planet, but really specifically the moon, because it's so powerful, is in the sign ruled by another planet, it is really boosting the energy of that planet. And so with the moon in Aries today, this is talking about Mars, about the Mars frequencies, about the Mars energies, and in a massive trine with Jupiter today, who just went direct, you guys. This is actually one of the best transits ever for any kind of activity that there is. Basically, we have the moon in Aries, like I said, aligning us emotionally with actions taken now. Mars rules actions, passion, motivation, willpower, strength, courage. In Libra, this is all about, really asserting ourselves in our relationships where we need to, in order to achieve some type of justice, some type of rebalancing of the scales. And in a trine to Jupiter, this is expanded in a huge way. Jupiter at the degree of Big Bear sitting down, waving all of its paws. We are fiercely defending what we are passionate about and what is motivating, what we are motivated by right now. And Mars today is at that degree, and this degree has been activated repeatedly by the planets that have been transiting through Libra right now. 23 Libra, Chanticleer's voice heralds the rising sun with exuberant tones. So the action that we are taking right now, that we are inspired to take, we are aligning with it emotionally. The moon is in Aries, supporting what Mars is doing in the trine to Jupiter. We are moving forward toward a new day. We are moving forward toward a new path. We are moving forward through our rebirth process right now and embracing the sun that is on the other side of this dark night of the soul that we really collectively have sort of been going through. And we are coming out into the light. We are, like I said, embracing the new day, embracing a fresh start, and we are vehemently defending it in the trine to Jupiter at that degree about the big bear sitting down, waving all of its paws. And today is the day, and tomorrow is another day, especially with the moon in Aries. We are emotionally aligned with the actions that we are taking now. Today and tomorrow are the days to do it, the days to get it done, especially if it is something to do with moving you forward in a direction aligned with authenticity that liberates you and frees you to come into your potential and to align with your heart and your soul in some type of a way. This is the day to do it. Tomorrow is the day to do it. It is time to take action with these energetics. In effect, it is time to stand up for ourselves. It is time to speak truth to action. It is time to assert ourselves, and it is for the purpose of aligning ourselves with that true authenticity. That is, it's not about being in our egos. And that is something that we need to watch out for with this, all of this Mars energy as well. These changes, where we're standing up for ourselves right now, it really cannot be ego based. It needs to be in order to liberate our higher selves, to transcend out of the lower base nature of our minds and our psyches and our circumstances into a more evolved expression of our energy that is truly allowing us to come into alignment with our original authentic potential. That is where we are moving, and we are in the process of removing ourselves from anything that is preventing us from moving in that direction. So it is a good time to do whatever, and again, with Mars and trine to Jupiter, this is always a good time to do whatever will help growth take place in your life. And again, especially with the moon in Aries, especially in the context of all these energetics, to help growth take place in your life that is leading to a greater sense of alignment with personal, unique, creative potential and authenticity. Whatever is truly going to help you grow and thrive and reach up to that rising sun with exuberant tones and be reinvigorated about the joy of life and living, and really truly make you feel this rebirth, renewal experience. That is the direction. That is the action to take. That is the path we're walking. That is the way we're going. And again, because of everything that is in effect with this, it may include standing up for yourself in relationship dynamics with all the Libra energy, or in power dynamics. Remember, because of the positioning of the planets right now, Mars is in an exact trine to Jupiter today, but when Mars moves off this degree, he will be moving into an exact trine with Pluto in a couple of days, and that square to Pluto is activated now. So not only is this bringing up issues in relationships, but again, it's also bringing up these power dynamics, and we are breaking free and breaking out of them. And just any of these changes toward growth of the true authentic nature of the soul are very supported now. Let's see. And also, and then another thing, the moon is in early Aries today, but overnight tonight, the moon is going to move in, heading into tomorrow. This will be in the energetics tomorrow. I'll be talking about this in my report, but the moon is going to come into a conjunction with Chiron. At that degree, the teacher giving new symbolic forms to traditional images. And then we'll move into an opposition, at that same point in time, with Mercury having just gone direct. And so we could definitely over the next couple of days be getting information, especially with Jupiter having gone direct, big information about health, healing, money, and children, those Chiron themes. But also, with the moon activating this Chiron Mercury opposition overnight and into tomorrow, it is just definitely going to be putting even more of an emphasis and an internal alignment with this wisdom gained through experience that is really altering our perception and the way that we're seeing what has always been. We're seeing things through an entirely new lens. And as the moon moves through Aries overnight tonight and into tomorrow, this will be activating us as well. This will be activating that Mercury direct. This will be activating that Mercury Chiron opposition, and it will definitely be doing the thing, where we are aligning internally with our new perception and the wisdom gained through the experience that is being indicated through this aspect collectively for all of us and, in our individual lives as well. So Big information this week. There could be a lot coming out. These chiron themes, health, healing, wounding, trauma, money, and children could be very relevant this week in terms of the media, the news, social media, what people are talking about because of the Mercury involvement, and also information coming out. You know, I can't overemphasize this Jupiter Mercury both going direct simultaneously while we have Mars in a trine to Jupiter and the moon in Aries supporting Mars. We also have this square going on to Pluto. It is really just all about speaking truth to action. And this truth that we're speaking about has a lot to do with Mercury opposing Chiron, the wisdom that we've gained through our wounding, through our pain, through our experiences, and this ability that we are having right now to transmute our lower vibrations, our lower experiences, our more ego-based behavior into a higher level of self-mastery, self-discipline, self-control, self-understanding, and the ability to really utilize the wisdom that we've gained to come into mastery over our experiences and to help other people go through that process as well. And it's changing the way that we are seeing and perceiving reality. And this is playing into all of these changing power dynamics, all of these breakups and breakdowns that are going on right now so that we can be liberated to move down a brand new path and embrace new opportunities that are waiting for us once we decide to become the pioneers of this new fresh day and have the strength and the courage to move in that direction and to release and let go what needs to be let go so that we can move on unencumbered to this new path in alignment with our truth and our authenticity and what's really in our heart so that we can gain this ultimate fulfillment and then give back to others and create this massive snowball effect for all of humanity. And that is the transition into the Age of Aquarius. The Age of Aquarius, the paradigm shift is being very, very activated right now. And it's not a surprise because we are in the halfway point of this year that has been transitioning us into the Age of Aquarius. So the action is happening now. It's on, it's getting started, and we have a story that the Sabian symbols are telling us today as well. And so that's the last thing that I want to talk about today. I mean, I can't overemphasize the significance of the energetics today. It really just, from an astrological cosmic perspective, is a really, really wonderful day energetically. And I just want to, all the Sabian symbols are telling a story today. So I want to wrap up this report by reading the story that is being brought to us by the Sabian symbols. And I feel like this is talking about the progression that we are on right now collectively. So today we have the sun at 26 degrees of Libra. That Sabian symbol is an eagle and a large white dove turning one into the other. So this is freedom and peace through rising above the birds and evolving, metamorphosis, transmutation, transformation, all of this regeneration, all of this rebirth, all of this internal phoenix, all of this metamorphosis that we've been going through, rising above and really allowing us to sort of transition between the ultimate form of peace, the ultimate symbolic form of peace, the dove, and the ultimate symbolic form of liberty, the eagle. So freedom and peace through rising above, evolving, and metamorphosis. We have the earth today at 26 degrees of Aries, a man possessed of more gifts than he can hold. So when we tap into our own gifts and talents and potential and really understand and see the abundance of potential and gifts and blessings that we truly hold within us, and then elevate ourselves and rise above, we really transition and metamorphosis into the ultimate forms of liberty and peace, which is that fulfillment that is promised to us as we transition into the Age of Aquarius. We have Mercury today, like I said, 11 degrees of Libra, a professor peering over his glasses at his students. This is based, and then Chiron at the degree a teacher gives new symbolic forms to traditional images. This is based on wisdom gained through experience and the changes it's making to our perception and understanding of reality. We have Venus today at 13 degrees of Sagittarius. A widow's past is brought to light, shining light on and healing of wounds of our past, integrating our shadow, healing our wounds. This is represented through the Chiron theme as well. Then we have Mars today at 23 degrees of Libra. Like I said, Chanticleer's voice heralds the rising sun with exuberant tones. So we are shining light on our wounds. We are healing the wounds of our past, and we are embracing a new day and a new chance at life enthusiastically based on our healing and our perspectives changing and the wisdom that has been gained. All of this Mercury Chiron theme symbolism and the Venus symbolism as well. Then we have Saturn. It's 7 degrees of Aquarius. A child is seen being born out of an eggshell. We're going through a legitimate rebirth into something that we didn't even know was necessarily possible. We have Jupiter at the Big Bear sitting down, waving all of his paws. We are fiercely defending these actions in this rebirth that is occurring right now, in this transformation that we are undergoing. We have Pluto at a store filled with precious Oriental rugs. So this transformation that we're going through and that we are embracing right now based on the wisdom and experience and the healing that's gone on is showing us the truth of what we truly hold inside of us. Again, the man possessed of more gifts than he can hold, the store filled with the precious Oriental rugs, and it is empowering us to understand how valuable our true self really is. And then we have the black moon at 11 degrees of Gemini. Newly opened lands offer the pioneer new opportunities for experience. We are empowered to overcome our fears and our shadow, the black moon, to heal our shadow so that we can be the pioneer. The moon in Aries, Mars trining Jupiter of our new reality, and embrace the new opportunities for life and experience. Chanticleer's voice heralds the rising sun with exuberant tones that are provided for us once we transform and alchemize the large white dove and the eagle, constantly turning into one another from our lower selves into our higher selves, back to the Chiron theme of alchemizing our victimhood into our state of self-mastery and self-empowerment. So that is what the symbolism is talking about to start the week. It all fits together. It all makes sense. It's a rebirth of divine proportions. It's all about shifting power dynamics, but it's based on the discovery of the truth of the value that we really hold inside of us, and the amount that empowers us to make big shifts and changes in our lives, to unencumber or to liberate us from anything that has been holding us back from being able to come in touch with that up until now, and have the ability and the opportunity to truly cultivate it, to nurture it, and to grow and develop it into its full strength, power, and potential, so that when we can give it back, share it to others, and help others come along on this same journey, and one by one, piece by piece, we are we're painting the picture of the Age of Aquarius paradigm that we're moving into now. So a very big and exciting week, you guys. Things are definitely moving forward. This is beautiful vibes. You know, it is heated energy. It is high energy. It is motivated and inspired. It could be, there could be conflicts, there could be tension, there could be fights, there could be battles going on, but it is all for the purpose of liberation ultimately. And again, speaking truth to action are the major themes that we have going on this week. And the Sabian symbols, though, are saying that we need to have hope, that we have everything that we need inside of us. In fact, more than abundance than we can even actually hold. We just need to tap into it, go through this process of metamorphosis, change our perspective, change our views of reality to align with the deep truths that we are coming in contact with internally. And then we need to heal our wounds, move forward through this perspective of self-mastery, self-empowerment, and wisdom gained through experience. So that's what I have for my report today to start the week off, you guys. Really great energy. I like it. Things are happening. We're moving forward. In terms of the tarot for today, ask universe, God, spirit, give me some clarity on the collective energy starting the week. We got the Queen of Swords. You guys, we are standing in our power. We are being very logical and we are not being very emotionally swayed by things. Mercury opposite Chiron going direct. And we're not being emotionally swayed by things, and we are cutting away the things in our way of oh, and that I didn't show you the back of the deck yet. I need to do that before I keep reading what I wrote. So anyways, we have the Queen of Swords on the front, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune on the back, you guys. So anyways, like I was saying, we are cutting away all of the things in the way of our ability to spin the Wheel of Fortune and opening to the new opportunities and the new path ahead, that we would rather take a chance at this point, really, than to just keep doing the same things over and over and over. And we are speaking our truth. The Queen of Swords, that's what she does. She speaks her truth, and she doesn't really care who she has to cut away in order for that to do it. And why is she doing it? She is doing it to open up all of the new opportunities, all of the potential to spin the Wheel of Fortune, to take a chance, and to move forward free towards all the unlimited opportunities that universe can bring. The degree of the black moon right now, we need to step out of our fear and step out of our shadows so that we can really be the pioneer and embrace the new opportunities for experience that are being provided for us right now, once we do the work that is required to get us back in alignment with our truth and authenticity and remove the obstructions from our lives that are preventing us from moving that direction at this point in time. So that's what I have for the report today. Now, briefly, I want to just give you a quick rundown of what we have coming in. Tomorrow, we still have Mars an exact trine to Jupiter. And like I said, we are also going to be having the moon coming into an opposition with Mercury direct and a conjunction with Chiron. So anger or passion in news, potentially, and also regarding health, healing, money, in children, stuff like that, those Mercury themes. And I'll talk more about that tomorrow. Wednesday, we have the full moon in Aries with Mars square Pluto. This is really big, taking back power. Thursday, we have the moon in Taurus in a conjunction to Uranus, shocks and surprises. We also are going to have Mars squaring Pluto that day and the nodes changing degrees. That will be an intense day. And Friday, we have Mars in square to Pluto. We have the moon will be making a trine to Pluto as well. And then on Saturday, we have the sun moving into Scorpio. We have Saturn changing degrees, and we are going to be in a black moon weekend. So that is what we have incoming this week, a very big week. I have a couple more seconds. I'm going to draw us a synchronicity card really quick. I've got about another minute. I'm dropping cards all over the floor, but I'm waiting for one that I feel like is right for us. And this is for anybody watching this right now. This is just a message that we need to hear from universe. So here it is. It says, actually, it says, wait. It says, wait on the Lord and he shall save thee. Relax, let go, and let God. Don't struggle to make things happen before they are ready to happen. Wait and be assured everything is working together for your good. Now is not the right time to advance. Wait in faith and expectancy of the very best. Know that when the time comes to advance, you will be directed to say and do the right things. And this is telling me, you guys, like I was saying earlier, it is definitely the time to act. It is definitely the time to take action, but not out of ego. The opportunities will present themselves. It specifically says, know that when the time comes to advance, you will be directed to say and do the right things. So when we are taking this action this week, you guys, there will be a prompt for it. You will know what to do. You will know when it's time to act. And when that time comes, that is your window and that is when you take it. So this is the advice from Source this week. We should wait until your window opens. And when that window opens, take the action. And that's what I have for today.